What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Bee Gees. I wanted to give a big shout out again to all the people who shared Bee Gees with our larger deep dive, which is a number of folks, and in particular Lisa in this case, who not only shared sizes and everything, but has also shared an array of other Bee Gees material. She told me or described a number of the albums, and given what she said, I felt like maybe the next cool step to take would be to jump back in time and listen to Horizontal. So that's going to be the next journey, and between us we figured out how to get the material over to me, which I'm a bit of a tech dinosaur. Sometimes I can use computers well, but yeah, it took both of us to figure it out. So big shout out to you, Lisa. I do appreciate it. And as I said, once we finish this, we're going to jump back, I think, roughly 30 years in time and listen to Horizontal. So looking forward to that. But in the meantime, we will continue through this album, and the next tune is Blue Island. My first thought when I saw it is that it could be a metaphor for Earth, a blue island orbiting the sun, hanging up in the sea of space. I suppose it could be a reference to a particular island here on Earth. If it is a name or a nickname associated with an island, I'm not familiar with it, so in that context, if it's about a specific island, I'll be trying to play catch-up rather than having a sense in advance. But, I imagine on some level it would relate to whatever the essence of the island is, whatever goes on there, whatever type of, community or culture exists. So I do wonder, again, whether this is a metaphor or an allegory, or whether it actually refers to an island. Let's find out. This is Bee Gees' Blue Island from the album Sizes and Everything, 1993.
Try and touch the wind. You could be a blessed one that makes me love. Doing what you've never done before, taking every wave that hits the shore. You could be a silver star that shines on my blue island. It's gonna be a blue island. Blue island. Take it to a blue island.
I did not see that coming, but that's clever, right? A bluesy harmonica, Blue Island.
Blue island. You can see the rain, you can feel the pain that no part of me is going through. Everybody's sick, we can find a way. Do you know the place you're going to? You're going to a blue island. This is what the lonely heart must know. This is what it takes to
composition. It's like intuitive sometimes. You can just like feel some of the things they're gonna do, because it feels like that would be like the next like natural step. So again, I love their sense of composition and production. And like I said, it's a tune that wouldn't sound out of place on a, you know, late 60s, maybe early 70s album. Like it has that like vintage feel. So I don't know, it feels like a good video to have mentioned that the next thing we're gonna do is jump back and listen to Horizontal. And again, shout out to Adam, shout out to Kim, shout out to Amy, shout out to Lisa, like shout out to, and if I'm leaving anyone out, because this is what happens, you know, it gets to the point where so many people have sent me material and I'll mention like everybody but 2 people, and then it's like, oh, I'm such a jerk. So again, if I'm leaving anyone out, I do apologize, but seriously, it's a telling like thing that this many people have shared Bee Gees and would like to keep going through the Bee Gees journey. But again, shout out to Lisa, who's made clear that, you know, she has the goods and we can go through a lot of their work. So very much looking forward to that. Still 3 to go on this one before we move on to the next step though. The next tune, which again, the print is very small, Above and Beyond, okay? Looking forward to that. Oh, and like the island, yeah, it sounded like a personal entreaty that like you could be a silver star over my blue island. There's an open door that leads to my blue island. So it sounds like a place of great emotional and psychological satisfaction, a place where you can be content with the people that you care about. Maybe it's more than just a conceptual place. It might actually be you know, if just like a type of place, like going to where you're on the shoreline and you can see the ocean and, you know, feel renewed by that environment. But either way, I felt like it was on an interpersonal level, and it was sort of an entreaty, a plea to you know, join him in that place, however literal or metaphorical it might be. So I look forward to people's comments. Do let me know what you think of this tune. Shout out to all the Bee Gees fans. This is a fun deep dive because I feel like you know, people are always keen to talk about the tunes. People are like really positive with the journey we've been on. So big shout out to all of you. Let me know what you think of this one. I'll see you next time. Peace.